Today's date is the 8th of January 2014. My name is Ben Fielden, and this interview is for the Ming-ai London Institute British Chinese Workforce Heritage Project. Could I begin by asking your name?
Paul Lau.
And could you spell that for me?
P-A-U-L-L-A-U.
And where were you born?
Hong Kong.
And whenabouts were you born?
When about 1949.
And when did you come to the UK?
I left Hong Kong in 1993, and then working in New Zealand for 7 years. And I arrived to UK in 2001.
And did you have any other jobs before taking up this position?
Oh yeah, I'm working in New Zealand, the Chinese church.
And what was it that led you to become involved in the church?
The work, with the Chinese students and also the Chinese people living in the Chinese community.
So how long have you been involved working with the church then?
You mean in UK?
Yeah.
12 years.
Has it always been based in this church here?
Yeah, always based.
And can you tell us anything about the history of St. Martin's in the Field Church? Anything you know of?
You mean the English one or the Chinese one?
Both. First the English, and then sort of how the Chinese one came about.
The English one so long ago. Set up. The St. Martin was set up by the Westminster Abbey. The brothers. In the beginning, all was the fields. The brothers, the planting on the field, and then they need a place for prayer, and then they set up a small place for them to pray, and then that was the foundation of St. Martin's.
So where did it go from there?
Now this church is the third one. Was built in 1973.
And when did the Chinese congregation begin?
The Chinese congregation they set up in the church very late. They set up in 1964. In the beginning, when the Bishop of Hong Kong, the Bishop of Hong on his sabbatical to visit the Chinatown, he found that most of the peoples come from the new territory, Hong Kong. They couldn't speak English. They need someone for help, to translate, and also to assist them to apply for the licensings, and also to interpreting into the court. So the Bishop Hong when he come back to Hong Kong, he said someone else, Mr. Siwa Lee, come to UK to assist those Chinese people. And then Siwa Lee was ordained in St. Paul Cathedral as a priest. In those times, he's went to visit each of the Chinese restaurant and Chinese takeaway to help the Chinese people for the translation and also interpreting for them, and also on behalf of them to apply for the licensing and all for others the documents. And after that, and then they will have a gathering on every Sunday afternoon. They use the St. Hensel Primary School as the venue for the meeting.
So how did it move from the primary school to this church?
They moved. The first they will have to. maybe Stephen Lee. I don't know why he in contact with St. Martin Vicar. I mean, we got, and then maybe the vicar allowed him to use the crypt for the service. I mean, in the beginning, they used the crypt. I mean, the crypt was so many the grey stone and stone coffins, arrow case in the crypt. They are scared, so they use the love room for their service. I mean, in the beginning, they start the service in 1994. Only 10 people to attend.
And how many people are there today?
10.
Still 10?
10, yeah.
And where is it held? Where's the congregation today?
I mean, the congregation get ready to build up because many of the Chinese students who come from Hong Kong, they come over to study in the university. So they came to St. Martin to assist the fellowship and also to start Chinese school. I mean, St. Martin maybe is the Chinese school in St. Martin might be the first one. According to the number, they told me about 350 students.
And has the Chinese people who arrived here, have they changed from Cantonese to Mandarin? Because I've noticed you also have a Mandarin service.
Oh yeah, I mean the Mandarin Service is. I mean the bishop of London. He found that it's demanding to develop the Mandarin Chinese in London. I mean many of the Chinese students that come from the mainland China to study in the London different universities. So I mean we start our Mandarin Chinese 10 years ago. In the beginning, most of the congregations, only the citizen of Hong Kong who can speak the Mandarin Chinese only. And then starting from one Taiwanese and one Mandarin Chinese all together, and then to start, and then the graduate to grow up.
And does the church offer any services?
I mean, the Chinese congregation only have the 2 services on Sunday only. I mean, the one is the Mandarin Chinese service at 1, another is the 2:15 the Cantonese speaking service.
And does the church do anything to interact with the local Chinatown community or London Chinatown Community Centre?
No, I mean the Chinese congregation. They have set up a gambling rehabilitation center. They used the Hong Center to set up. Now they moved to King's Cross. It was, this might be the only one we set up to serve for the Chinese community. Yeah, and the people living in Chinatown. They are most of them. They are the restaurant worker. Most of them, they are non-believer. The time is not enough them not allow them to come to the church for worship. But most the people, they will come to seeking for the help once they got problems, maybe for psychological problems, for gambling. And also for the family affairs, they will come to seeking for the help. And also for the family affairs, they will come to seeking for the help. And also for the family affairs, they will come to seeking for the help. And also for the family affairs, they will come to seeking for the help. And also for the family affairs, they will come to seeking for the help. And also for the family affairs, they will come to seeking for the help. And also for the family affairs, they will come to seeking for the help. And also for the family affairs, they will come to seeking for the help. And also for the family affairs, they will come to seeking for the help. And also for the family affairs, they will come to seeking for the help. And also for the family affairs, they will come to seeking for the help. And also for the family affairs, they will come to seeking for the help. And also for the family affairs, they will come to seeking for the help. And also for the family affairs, they will come to seeking for the help. And also for the family affairs, they will come to seeking for the help. And also for the family affairs, they will come to seeking for the help. And also for the family affairs, they will come to seeking for the help. And also for the family affairs, they will come to see
And can you explain the relationship between St Martin's in the Field Church and the Bishop Home in Ming-ai Association Community Centre?
Yeah, the St Martin's, the Chinese congregation of St Martin is just like the under the big umbrella of St Martin's. We use the church, parish church for our office, and also to St Martin to provide all the facilities for the Chinese congregation to use. And also we will have the joy service. We will have a joy confirmation service, and also the joy. It's a Pentecostal Sunday service. Yeah, and also together to celebrate for the birthday of St Martin's.
And can you explain your role within the church?
Yeah, my post is the Associate Vicar for Chinese at St Martin's.
And what sort of duties does that involve?
It's a double position. I'm also the associate chaplain for the London universities. Once the Chinese student they got problems, the chaplaincies will find me for the help, and also I sometimes assist for the English service as well.
And how many staff and volunteers are there working in the Chinese element of the church's role?
Yeah, now it's me and others as a Mandarin Chinese pastoral assistant.
And can you just quickly describe what a typical day would be for you?
Typical day? What do you mean?
As in for example, today, what kind of do you do from 9 to 5?
The multiple services. Many of the paperwork, the computers paperwork, visiting the sick people in the hospital, and also the family go to visit. To the home visit, and also sometimes you don't know, but suddenly the people will knock on your door and then to call you, and then he or she said they need to talk to you. Many occasional things will happen during a day.
And what's the biggest challenge you face in your job? What would the biggest challenge that you have to deal with in your day be?
When people sometimes knock on your door, and then you have your own planning, and then you need to keep up your planning, and then to have the conversation with the people who are visiting.
And what's the best thing that you enjoy about your job?
The best thing is I can assist many of the Chinese students, and also to provide family setting for them. For many of the Chinese students from the overseas, they all have the homesick. So we try. My wife and I try to set up a home for them. So on every Monday we set up Bible studies in my home, and then after the Bible study, and then invite them to come to dinner together, and we will try to cook some traditional Chinese food. Might be some of the students on the weekdays they only have the simple food to eat, and also to maybe the Christmas or New Year's, we will invite them to come to dinner together to dinner as well.
And finally, on just a broader question, how important do you think Christianity and faith is in the British Chinese community in London?
It's hard to say it. I mean, now in the Chinese community, there's the multiply of the faith. I mean, Taiwanese, they come from Taiwan. They are all worshipped Buddha, and people from mainland China, they are non-believer, and people from Hong Kong, I mean, some of them they will have the Christianity background. I mean, to integrate those people, I mean, the basic step, I mean, need to build up a very good friendship with them. I mean, when we start Mandarin Chinese service, I mean, totally the 10 years, more than 320 students that they baptize, and then they come back to mainland China. So I mean, this maybe is the potential to develop the kingdom of God in China in the future.
That's great. That's all the questions I have for you. So is there anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah, I mean, we also to build up already to build up the friends of the St. Martins in Hong Kong. Most of the students, when they graduate and come back to Hong Kong, we will invite them to come to the fellowship, and also we will try to build up another one in Taiwan as well. But in mainland China, it's very hard. For China, it's very big, and people's living scattering, hard to invite them to gather together into a group.
So you're really trying to build up links back in China, Taiwan, and Hong Kong?
Yeah, I mean, Hong Kong very easy. I mean, we always have a ring up, and also we will have our Facebook of the friends of the St. Martin in Hong Kong and Taiwan as well. But in China, it's very difficult. Even though we want to email to contact them, it's unviable to contact.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thanks a lot for your time.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.